Hello everyone, my name is Brittany Burns, your facilitator for this course. Just a few words about myself. I'm an experienced and licensed North Carolina teacher who has taught a range of students from freshmen to seniors in classes from an English elective to AP English 3. And now I work with the Digital Learning Collaborative at the Friday Institute for Innovation, working with teachers, ITFs, administrators, as well as the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction, and getting technology into schools. What does it look like to have technology in schools, as well as how can we really leverage it for student learning and classroom efficiency. So this is really geared toward teachers and ITFs who have just been told that they're going to have technology in their classrooms. They don't have the technology yet, but they will have it soon. So we're going to be really looking at how to set the foundation for your technology in classroom before the technology is there. So I'm going to give you a bit of a starting point. The course is really supported through the Tpac Framework, which in a nutshell basically means that technology does not replace teachers, nor does it replace a good teaching, but instead it can be used and leveraged to really support teachers and student learning as well as classroom efficiency. So we'll be looking at how we take the lessons and the activities that have always worked for us in our classrooms and really support them and broaden them through technology. From there, we're going to be discussing some topics such as classroom management, as well as digital citizenship, and a couple other different ideas on how to leverage technology in our lesson plan and design. So let's take a look at the course. In the course syllabus is my contact information, so make sure to read this through and take note of my Gmail account as well as my Skype office hours date. So I will be available on Tuesdays via Skype. Next will be the course news. I'll be sending out weekly announcements that will come to your email box, just giving you updates on what's going on in the course as well as due dates for the session that is upcoming. This is our course community forum. If you have anything going on in life or you have some questions about the course or anything, make sure to share it in here, and your peers as well as myself will reply to you. If you want to check your progress in the course, this is where you will find your grades. These will be updated every Monday following the week that we just completed. So I will update them every Monday. On the right side is Edgy Topia Rss. So if you have never heard of Edgy Topia before, it's an awesome education site and it updates regularly. So this is actually going to be streaming live from the Edgy Topia website, and there might be something that speaks to you or something that's going on in your classroom. So make sure to check those out as they update. If you want to see the participants as well as contact information, please feel free to check out your peers in here. So every week will be set through here, so you can click on the session that we're starting and it's going to pop up at the bottom. But of course, there it goes. Okay. Every week we'll have 4 different elements for you. First will be the overview, which will kind of give you an introduction to this week's content, as well as your learning goals. In the right side corner will be a Voki from me. It'll introduce some of the topics that we're going to discuss this week, as well as give your due dates. At the bottom of the page will also be a rubric for the overall session. Now let's move back and I will show you the activity. So session activities is going to hold the instructions for the entire week. First will be your resources for the week. There should only be 2 or 3, and they can be in any form, from a blog, a website, a Prezi video. Any kind of resource will be available to you up here. Next will be 2 or 3 discussion questions for you to discuss in the discussion forum. So once you've read through your resources, make sure to reflect and respond to these discussion questions. Next will be the activity. So this will be involved with some sort of tool. As a note for the tools, if you're starting to get nervous, if you don't have high-tech skills, that's completely okay. All of our tools are very easy to use in this course, as well as not require a login, which is awesome. especially when you're working with students. So you don't have to worry about forgetting a login or having to use some kind of email address. All of the tools available in this course are completely free and do not require a login. So from here, we're going to have a couple different instructions. So if you would like to read through the instructions and follow through with images, so you have 2 ways to engage with the instructions. And if you want any further tutorials or further information on the tools that we're using every week, please feel free to contact me. I'm happy to help you out. I can send tutorial videos, etc., to really engage you in the tools. I don't want you to worry about the technology piece of this course. It's really focused on your learning of the principles and the ideas of getting started with your technology-enabled classroom. Also, this course is very visually engaging. So we were going to be using a lot of visual literacy in a lot of the activities. So you have kind of your written response piece in the discussion, and then a lot of the activities are very visually and creation driven. So we're going to be engaging you in different kinds of learning. At the end of every week, you will have 2 rubrics, and I really want you to use the rubrics to drive your activity in the course. So discussion rubrics will give you an overview of the discussion. Every discussion forum is going to be due by midnight on Wednesday. 2 repair posts, at least 2, are going to be due by midnight on Friday. And then the activity for every week is going to be due by midnight on Wednesday. So take note that both the discussion post and your activity are going to be due by midnight on Wednesday, with peer responses due by Friday. Every week is the same, so that's all you have to remember. I really encourage you to work ahead of time and use your weekend time or the week before if you get ahead to really push forward through the material. I know that a lot of us are very busy during the weeks, so if you want to utilize your weekend time, you are more than welcome to, or if you know that Monday through Wednesday is going to be really busy, make sure to work ahead. If you have any questions or concerns about the class, or if something pops up in life that keeps you from the course, please let me know. I'm very understanding and willing to work with you on your schedules. To navigate back to the main page, you just pull this down. Okay. And then every week we'll have the forum and the gallery for the activity. Oh, it's hopping around on me. We'll have the forum and the activity gallery. So you will have the 2 pieces to really actually engage with and post your responses or post the image that you've chosen will be on these 2 links at the bottom of the session page. Okay, I think that's all that needs to be said about the course. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to contact me. I really look forward to working with everyone, and I hope we have a really great first week. Let's get started.